Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a look at the vintage collection Dr. Aphra. And I am super excited about her. She is from Wave 2 and is probably the most sought after figure in this wave. From what I've heard, she's not too terribly difficult to come by in some places. That's always the key word, some places, because some places don't get the very basics, which is really a shame on the distribution part of Hasbro. Definitely, you know, overseas friends definitely struggle with these and they see them so much later than we do in America. Even in America stores, the distribution is not even, so it really sucks. This is the only Aphra I have ever seen in stores, anywhere. I found her at the local Walmart where I live now, and they only ever had one of her, and I have never seen another one, and that was several weeks ago, and even before when the wave first announced. So I see lots of Infant's Nest, lots of Han Solos, lots of Range Troopers, basically the whole line, but Dr. Aphra is always gone because, you know, she's one per case, but I was lucky enough to find her, and since I have the Celebration exclusive 3-pack, I'm going to open her to do a review, which was my goal. I was hoping that since I got that pack, then I'd be able to find her and not feel guilty about opening her. So I am going to give you guys a closer look at her. I think that she looks great. I really love the card art. I really like what they do with the vintage collection in terms of packaging. It's very simplistic. I think it always should be that way. And then, of course, you know, the biggest draw is that the figures are freaking articulated. So more so than the 5 points of articulation. The problem is these guys are like $12. They're 12 and change. And so here in America, that's like ridiculous. I definitely struggle to find a figure noteworthy of $12 and change, because that's just crazy. When I first started collecting, they were like $5. So this is the only one from the new series, the new line that I have gotten, and I will probably be very, very picky with this line because it is so expensive. It sucks because 3 3/4 inch is like my main specialty, but it's just so expensive, and the 5 point of articulation ones aren't worth it. But that's enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and get on with this. It looks like this is number 129 of the vintage collection. You have the look there, and it doesn't have any difference, no expanded universe or anything on the top of that, which is kind of interesting to note because the old versions did. And then you can see the rest of the wave right there. So let me open her up and give you guys a closer look. Alrighty guys, so here is Dr. Aphra, and boy, let me tell you, it has been a long time since I reviewed a 3 3/4 inch figure. These feel so tiny in my hands. But tons of detail packed into them. We're going to get into it. I think that she is just great, but so freaking small, my lord. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with Dr. Aphra, she is from originally the Darth Vader comic book series line, and then she got her own comic line, and I have read the first section of it. They've gotten more, and I haven't been able to catch up. But basically, she's like a space Indiana Jones. She's like a Star Wars version of Indiana Jones. So she's an archaeologist, and she's pretty, like, gray in terms of that subject. Not really bad or good, just works with whoever pays, basically. So you see her get into all her adventures in the comics. But I think that her face is okay. It doesn't look as pretty as she is on definitely the card back and then in the comics. I'm not quite sure. Hasbro just hasn't, you know, fully mastered the 3 3/4 inch face, but overall I think it is actually pretty good. She has her little helmet and goggles, which looks great, and her black hair. I really like that they included her tattoo on her arm. I think that looks fantastic, and it is really well drawn on there. Definitely didn't miss a beat. I like her little orange vest, and she's wearing a short sleeve shirt underneath, and then her little gloves. And then, of course, looks like Captain's Pants, flight pants, and then her holster and boots. And she's got a little blaster that all of them for me are reminiscent of Han Solo's for the most part. I think they kind of base it off of that. But it fits well in the holster right here. Maybe. It's supposed to fit well. It's a little squished, I think, actually. So let me see. Actually, that opening down there is not big enough for that gun to come out of, that gun barrel. So that's... Oh, just kidding, I got it. I got it, just had to break it in. So there you are. So you can display her with her gun on her side if you prefer. She does have a ball-hinged neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, I think, are on a tiny ball joint, torso, upper torso, and then she's got hips, I can't talk, twisty thighs, knees, and ankles, and her ankles are on a ball hinge, it looks like. of sorts. So she has a lot of articulation packed into this little guy. The same kind of articulation that we see with the 6-inch figures nowadays, but really cool. I definitely think that she is worth it if you're into Dr. Aphra. If you don't really know who she is and are really, picky with these kind of figures, maybe pass her up. I always like Expanded Universe. I'm a sucker for Expanded Universe, and I really like Dr. Aphra because I've read about her as well. So anyways, that's this review. Let me know what you think about this guy this girl in the comments below. And as always, stay tuned for more videos. I've got them coming for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.